Cancel culture is going to be getting a swift kick in the nuts by Daddy Elon Musk. That is right, guys. Elon Musk made a statement on X. I'm still going to call it Twitter, though, out of habit. But Elon Musk made a great statement. He posted that if you were unfairly treated by your employee due to posting or liking something on this platform, they will fund your legal fees. No limit. I was like, whoa. Is Elon Musk legitimately serious? He's opening the floodgates for some potential interesting legal ramifications on some of these companies. But most notably, if you remembered at the beginning of the year, I covered a story about limited run games unfairly firing their community manager, Kara Lynn, for following libs of TikTok. Yeah, somebody got fired because who they're following. What a ridiculous time we live in with cancel culture, where people are so snowflakey that they will fire you and discriminate you because of who you follow. I personally have been discriminated because of my political beliefs in the past at previous jobs, and I'm not going to change who the fuck I am. If you remember, it was this story. Trans activist appears to get woman fired for following libs of TikTok, other conservatives on Twitter. The individual's name was Purple Tinker. They were a lunatic transgendered activist that, for whatever reason, decided to go against limited run games one day and get this woman fired for giving an opinion about transgender people using the women's restrooms and for following libs of TikTok. There's bigger things to worry about in this life, but not for Purple Tinker, who is revealed to also be a weirdo, like a pedophile weirdo. And thank God Twitter, or X, took action. Yeah, libs of TikTok themselves shared this out to Elon Musk. They said Kara Creates was fired for following libs of TikTok. And they even made sure to tag Elon Musk, trying to get his attention, especially after this statement that they will cover the legal costs. And you can see shortly afterwards, Elon actually responded asking Kara Lynn, is this accurate? Which she replied, the situation is slightly more complicated than the headline, but yes. Justice for Kara. This is fantastic. Another fast Elon W. You can see everybody's responding, even this great meme. Cancel culture was created because the left cannot survive in a marketplace of free ideas, which this is true. Now, this whole limited run situation caused quite a stir. I even had people upset at me for defending Kara Lynn and saying that it wasn't right that she was fired. Some of these people were like,
well, that's what she gets, you know, you're a big, like...
Imagine living in such a dictator, totalitarian world where your followers or whatever you're following on social media gets you fired. That is fucking nuts. That is ridiculous. The fact that there's people who think that they could dictate and control what you're consuming on the internet on your free fucking time, on your personal page, is utterly ridiculous. Now, thankfully, Kara Lynn got picked up by the Rippaverse. She works for Eric July, who I believe does a lot of God's work on this platform. Big fan of Eric July, and she's well off. But now it seems like the time for the tables to turn might actually turn table. If Elon Musk means what he says on this, he could be helping fund a potential lawsuit against limited run games. And again, when I first spoke out about this limited run games, I had people upset about my choice to go against it. I even had somebody that was involved with an event at the time make a comment that it wasn't wise for me to do it because this company might sponsor their event and that they would have to remove me from the event if I kept making videos about them. Imagine that. People actually being scared of a company canceling them over a situation where somebody was fired unfairly. Now, the owner of Limited Run Games, Douglas Bogart, actually blocked me because of my opinion about them firing somebody unfairly, which is kind of funny. Imagine Nintendo blocking somebody because of an opinion. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. See, there's a lot of people in support for this. You can see Libs of TikTok put, it's happening. You can see, hell yeah, the spirit that was America. The best part of this is Limited Run Games is gold verified, meaning they're paying X, 1K a month, partly funding this potential lawsuit. Now that is hilarious. They're paying money to Elon Musk, who's going to potentially pay money for them to get sued. You can see JJ says, man, I respected Elon Musk, but have so much more respect for him now. There really are such few people who can really fight for our freedoms without fear of owing anyone, and it makes them even more dangerous to the elite. Pray for Elon. And that's absolutely right. I mean, how many times do you know of a billionaire who would stick his neck out for the platform that they own and say, hey, if you were wrongfully, unfairly discriminated against because of something you liked or something you followed on my platform, let me know. There's no limit at all. Now, some people could be saying this ain't genuine, that this is some kind of publicity stunt by Elon Musk himself. Sure, it might be, but now it's time to see what Elon Musk is going to do. Is he going to put his money where his mouth is in regards to the situation? At this point, it's gaining steam. I think it absolutely has to. That limited run games news that happened a while back trended huge. I mean, this was a big story at the time, and now it's popping back up to haunt LRG Games. Me personally, I boycotted that company. I will never buy anything directly brand new from limited run games anymore. If I get an LRG game, it's because I found it in the used games or pre-owned or whatever. I bought it secondhand, especially because I don't believe in this whole concept of canceling people because of what media they consume. Could you imagine that anybody that watches Fox News or Newsmax or whatever, anything that doesn't spit out liberal media, could you imagine if your employer right now unfucking ceremoniously fired you because of that? Could you imagine if you guys got discriminated against at your work for watching somebody like me or any kind of YouTube content, or because you follow somebody on Twitter? Doesn't sound right, right? But there's this whole avenue of people out there. Oh, well, she was
following them to TikTok and they're bigots and they're super alt-right, blah, blah, blah.
No, it goes all the way around, all right? It should be even for everybody. Everybody should be able to follow who and what they want. Now, there's a brigade of people out there like, oh, companies are at will and they deserve to fire any employee for any reason at any time. Yeah, yes. But how many times have you heard of a company firing somebody because of who they follow on their personal social media? Which is funny enough because Douglas Bogart, who's the owner of Limited Run Games, actually had a personal page, My Opinions Are Mine, disclaimer on his bio. But how come it wasn't allowed for Kara Lynn to have her own personal opinions on her own personal page? Why was it a problem that she was able to follow an account? That's where the hypocrisy is. That's where I had the issue of it. And I don't care if people think, oh, Eric, you're just a fool. Because there was a couple of people who spurred out and made reply videos to my thoughts on. Thank you, Motorcycle. Thank you, Motorcycle. There was a couple of people who made responses actually attacking me and calling me an idiot and a moron and that I didn't know how real life works and all this. No. You don't know how real life works if you believe that Limited Run Games was in the right to get rid of Carolyn unfairly. This is the very fascism that these people that claim to be tolerant are against, because it creates a different narrative than what they want out there, right? No free will, no individual thought. That's what it's all about. And I'm happy that things are moving again. But ultimately, what's also the weirdest and most wild thing about this is you shouldn't need a billionaire to protect your rights to free speech. That is what's fucking nuts here. What happened to the law? What happened to the Constitution? Either way, this is going to be an interesting situation to see what develops. I'm excited. I think Elon will pull through. How many people can he do exactly? I don't know. This is probably the most major instance of somebody getting fired because of social media and who they follow. But we'll see if any more people come out through the woodwork. What do you guys think? Let me know down below.